I'm Jason Bieber at the Planning and Development Services Department. One of the unique things our department gets to do is provide bus tours for different organizations within the city of Sioux Falls. So I'm going to take you on a little virtual tour around Sioux Falls with some various development projects and also some street construction projects going on in our city. Well, I think, when you do start with one of these bus tours that you do for the different organizations throughout the city, you gotta highlight downtown. If anybody's been downtown, they've seen some of these amazing projects, specifically over the last 5 or 6 years. Downtown continues to grow and really redevelop, and it's becoming such a destination for not only residents of Sioux Falls, but also people coming from other areas of the state. And just to highlight some of these projects that you can see downtown, first we have the Cascades, which is the newly constructed 200 apartment unit building that's just across from the Levitt on North Phillips Avenue. It's got roughly 200 underground parking spaces, 20,000 square feet of retail space. Some of those include a new candy shop. We've got the Severance Brewing Company and some other office uses there. This project also added an additional 80 on-street parking spaces on Main Avenue, 2nd Street, and Phillips Avenue. This is a way for not only the residents of the Cascade project and people living downtown, but also visitors from other areas of South Dakota to come and have an accessible parking space to enjoy our downtown area and also the new Levitt that's directly across the street. The second project we'd like to highlight is the Sioux Steel project, which is actually just to the east of the Cascades. This project is a $185 million project, and this will include a hotel, convention center, a 9-story office tower, and a 900-space parking ramp to be wrapped around with another 100 apartment units and commercial space. And this project will really transform that east side of Phillips Avenue, directly east of the Levitt Pavilion, from that old Sioux Steel kind of scrapyard type area to really the premier development downtown. Also, as in coordination with the Sioux Steel, we're working on the phase 3 of the River Greenway. This will be another more improvements along the east side of the Sioux Steel property, the west side of the Big Sioux River. And this will look similar to what we've done along the Big Sioux River to the south, and just another way for residents of Sioux Falls to interact with this development and the other developments along the river. Another project that's in its beginning stages is what we're calling the Railyard Flats. This is an estimated $15 million project that would combine office, retail, and 42 apartment units in a 71,000 square foot building next to the East Bank Depot. They plan for this to be the first laminated mass timber structure in South Dakota. And it's really a unique project to be able to combine that office, retail, and apartment uses all into one, and to really get something as part of the rail yard redevelopment that we've been working on for quite some time. One of the projects that you may notice that's really could be a strain on some of our vehicular traffic right now is the 8th Street Bridge. This project is the rehabilitation of the 8th Street Bridge, water main replacement, alley and greenway improvements, sidewalk improvements, bridge lighting, and construction of concrete street surfacing and concrete patching. The completion is proposed for the end of August of 2020. And if you've been by there, they're doing significant work on this, and this has closed a portion of the bike trail. But it's a project that's been kind of long overdue. This bridge has been needed to be repaired for quite some time, and really will provide another great asset into the downtown area. The next unique project we have downtown is the Kirby Dog Park at Fort Sod. This project, located at the southwest corner of 11th Street and 2nd Avenue, will create 2 fenced-in areas for park users and their dogs to safely recreate in downtown Sioux Falls. This is one of those areas that the residents of Sioux Falls downtown Sioux Falls have been specifically asking for some time. As we continue to get more and more apartments and condos and really people downtown, these are some of the areas that we'll need to have. And this project will include connective pathways, concrete plaza space, open space with artificial turf, drinking fountains for the dogs, shade structures, ornamental fencing, historical interpretive information, pedestrian lighting, and other landscaping, and should be completed in sometime in mid-August. The other large project that you can see in downtown area is at the northeast corner of 14th Street and Minnesota Avenue. And this project, the main outside area of it is almost completed. This is the First Premier Bank building, office building downtown. It's a 77,000 square foot building, which will hold roughly 125 employees, and they're looking to be open later in 2020. The next stop on our tour is our large construction project on East 26th Street and Interstate 229. The cost of this project is a $37 million project, and it's going to take roughly 2 years. This is a coordination between the City of Sioux Falls, South Dakota Department of Transportation, working to find a solution to really get this 26th Street to go over the existing railroad tracks. The contractor has opened the newly constructed 26th Street Bridge on the south side of 26th Street, where traffic has moved over onto that area. Work is continuing on the westbound lanes on the north side of 26th Street, and Rotary Park is also open to users, as well as the bike trail will remain open throughout the entire project. The project completion is anticipated late 2020 or early 2021, and if you haven't been by this project or driven by it, it's pretty amazing at how much higher the grade is than what was existing. Our next stop is just to the north of 26th and the I-229 project. This is really a stop that we wanted to highlight some of our affordable, accessible housing projects. This is really a property that we're looking to redevelop the Boys and Girls Club in conjunction with them, and to create 24 units of accessible housing within a core neighborhood of Sioux Falls. This is really going to be a first step in getting us closer to the goal that our housing division has to create 1,000 units of accessible housing by 2021. This area will combine not only houses moved from the Rose Lotta flooded area, but also the governor's houses, which is a program that was created as a way to provide reasonably sized affordable homes to income qualified individuals and their families, and really provide a whole new neighborhood for families within the core area of Sioux Falls. As we start moving east onto Rice Street and east of North Bonson Avenue, you can see the Gage Brothers plant as you travel on Rice Street. This is a 200,000 square foot, $40 million state-of-the-art concrete plant that is fully operational as of 2019. This plant was designed to be the most automated and efficient precast plant in North America. Gage Brothers has transferred all their operations from their existing West 12th Street and Interstate 29 location out to this location, and really has been the spur to other development within this area, and really will transform their old location on 12th and Interstate 29 from a large industrial area to hopefully some future commercial and office uses on that site. As we travel farther north, we get out to the I90 and Veterans Parkway new loop around Sioux Falls. This will run south to Rice Street and open in the fall of 2020. This is the largest single project in the state of South Dakota's history at $55 million. The project is slightly behind schedule due to the flooding in 2019 and significant railroad issues. However, the contractor is planning to have the connection open to traffic by the end of 2020. This connection will complete half of the entire segment of Veterans Parkway. The completed section is from Interstate 90 to 57th Street, and then the south leg of Veterans Parkway from 57th Street and loop all the way around the city to the T exit on 29 is being planned for the next 5 to 10 years. And this really will spur so much development on the east side of Sioux Falls, specifically north of Dolly Farm, and then south along to 57th Street. As we go south on our tour, just south of the connection of Veterans Parkway and I-90, a development on the west side of Veterans Parkway is called Golden Gateway. This is a large residential, office, and commercial development at roughly 165 acres. This will be a unique development, and also there's a Brandon Elementary School and City Park also looking on 22 acres for the future of this development. Once the completion of Veterans Parkway and I-90 connection, you will see this development take shape in the next couple of years, and really will be one of those Eastside residential developments within the Brandon School District that will be booming. As we continue to travel south down Veterans Parkway, one of our major street constructions for this year is Arrowhead Parkway. The city did complete phase 1 of the Arrowhead Parkway in 2018, and that was from Sycamore Avenue to Highline Avenue, expanding that road to 6 lanes in both directions. The next phase of that is phase 2, which is anticipated in 2020, and that's the 6 Mile and Arrowhead intersection to completely rebuild that and widen it out. Phase 3 then will be the Veterans Parkway to 6 Mile Road, which should complete Arrowhead Parkway from Veterans Parkway all the way over to 6 Mile Road. And then future phases of this will continue to go from 6 Mile Road all the way over to the Big Sioux River, and those are currently planned for 2023. And just to highlight some of the other residential subdivisions within this area, just north and east of Arrowhead Parkway, some of them include the Willow's Edge development. This is located north of East Arrowhead Parkway and east of Veterans Parkway. This is a new 175-acre development which will provide commercial and apartment uses along Arrowhead Parkway, and then townhome and single-family residential uses to the north of the drainage area. A future bike trail is also planned along the existing drainage way running through this property, and really will be one of those unique developments that's currently just farm fields. And just to see how this is going to develop in the next couple of years will be very, very interesting. A couple of other developments that are just north of Willow Edge development is the Mystic Creek and Mystic Heights development. This is roughly 65 acres of single family and twin homes, and if you've been out there, they already significantly constructed single family and some twin homes in that area. Another large residential development is the Willows Ridge 3rd Edition, and this is located east of North 6 Mile Road and south of East Madison Street, just kind of northeast of Fred Assam School. This is the phase 3 of Willow's Edge, and it's another 80 acres of single-family lots still available within the much-desired Brandon School District. Lots of construction over the past 3 years in this subdivision, and we anticipate continued construction over the next couple of years. Another residential subdivision is the Copper Creek Estates subdivision, located at the southwest corner of East 26th Street and South 6 Mile Road. This is another 80 acres of lots ready for single-family construction, once again in the Brandon School District, where we've seen lots of development over the past 5 or 6 years. As we now continue to head south on 6 Mile Road, and then we're going to come back west on 41st Street, there is the location of the new Eastside Fire Station that we just broke ground on. This is a $3.3 million station that is expected to be completed and operational in May of 2021. Called Fire Station 12, it will be staffed with 15 fire rescue personnel, 1 fire truck, and an EMS response vehicle. This fire station will meet the needs of the current and future growth in southeast Sioux Falls, and also adjacent to it will be a new Brandon Valley Elementary School. This new $15 million Brandon Valley, dubbed Sparta Elementary School, will be built adjacent to the new Eastside Fire Station and is anticipated to be completed by fall of 2021. As we continue to head west down 41st Street, about a quarter mile from the Brandon Valley Elementary School is the location of the new Ben Rifle Middle School. It will be located at the northwest corner of 41st and South Faith Avenue. This 190,000 square foot school will cost an estimated $43 million and is slated to be open by the fall of 2021. As we head now south down Veterans Parkway and start going west on 57th Street, just to the south of 57th Street is the new Harvest Creek subdivision. That's roughly 117 acres of new townhome, apartments, and single-family residential uses that will be just to the south of 57th Street and kind of abut up to the future Veterans Parkway. Just to the west of that, at the southwest corner of 69th Street and South Southeastern Avenue, there is also another 50 acres of residential. This will consist of single-family, twin homes, townhomes, and apartments, and it will also be the location of a future Harrisburg Middle School. This Harrisburg Middle School location will be built around 2021. Next, we will continue west on 69th Street and get to the intersection of South Cliff Avenue. As we start heading south down Cliff Avenue and then east on 77th Street, there's a new $10 million senior living concept under construction. This new village cooperative, as they're calling it, will be a 4-story, 61-home built specifically for active seniors over the age of 62. These homes range in size from 900 square feet to 1,500 square feet. Seniors actually own these homes within the facility, and this village will also include a community area, underground parking, woodworking shop, and garden plots. This facility is truly a unique and new option for seniors within the Sioux Falls market. We will now go west on 85th Street and head over to Minnesota Avenue. Located at the intersection of 85th Street and South Minnesota Avenue, this is the large commercial development that is anchored by the Walmart Supercenter built in 2015. Since that time, additional retail uses such as strip centers, fast food restaurants, a Subaru dealership, 2 car washes, gas stations, and a large medical facility has been constructed, making this area one of the fastest growing retail developments in Sioux Falls. And then to include some street construction news at the 85th and Minnesota area, the South Dakota Department of Transportation is looking at widening Minnesota Avenue to 4 lanes with a center median from 85th Street down to 271st Street in Harrisburg. The south 2 miles were completed in 2019, and this summer, the last north mile will be open to traffic later this fall. This corridor will also have a 10-foot wide separate side path for pedestrians and bicyclists to commute between Sioux Falls and Harrisburg. Continuing on with some street construction news, we have the 85th and Tallgrass improvements. 85th Street is currently under construction and continued to be widened to the west towards Tallgrass Avenue. The 4 lanes with a center median section of 85th Street was completed in 2018 and will be extended to the west to Beale Avenue this summer. To the west of Beale Avenue, the typical section will be transitioned to a half of a street, being widened on the south side only. The north side of 85th Street is still outside of city limits. This project will be completed late this fall. The 85th Street and I-29 new interchange is still in the environmental assessment review stage. As we head north, there is the new Sioux Falls Lutheran School. Located south of West 69th Street and west of South Tallgrass Avenue and east of Interstate 29. This $12 million school includes a 30-acre campus, 71,000 square foot building, parking lot, and playground for roughly 350 students. It opened in January of 2020. As we head east now on the completed 69th Street, this is now open to traffic after a tough 2019 construction year of flooding and tornadoes. The 4-lane urban section with a center median has been a welcome addition to the neighborhood after the old tired rural section had outlived its useful life. 69th Street currently carries about 6,000 vehicles per day, but with the added capacity and continued growth in this area of Sioux Falls, city engineers do expect this volume to continue to climb over the next few years. As we continue on 69th Street at the southeast intersection of 69th and South Louise Avenue, you can see the Avera South Campus. The Avera South Campus is a walkable, consumer-friendly campus in the southwest part of Sioux Falls. Currently, the campus contains a $115 million, 260,000 square foot specialty hospital, $15 million, 60,000 square foot performance center, which focuses on sports medicine and physical therapy, and a 20,000 square foot addiction recovery center. This center focuses on adults with alcohol and drug addiction problems in a residential setting. As we head north to the Empire Mall area, we're going to talk about this in 2 phases. First, development up in that area, and then also some street improvements. The old Ford site that's located just north of the Empire Mall along West 41st Street is currently being demolished, and that is going to make way for a new Chick-fil-A restaurant and a Chipotle restaurant. Both of these restaurants are new and exciting additions to the Sioux Falls market. Other businesses are planned for this site but have not been announced at this time. So now we'll talk about street improvements within the mall area. The city and South Dakota Department of Transportation are working cooperatively to design the first diverging diamond interchange in the city of Sioux Falls. The diverging diamond is a very efficient and safe way to carry large traffic flows. This project will be a 2-year project starting on 41st Street from I-29 to Shirley Avenue in 2022 and I-29 to Marion Road in 2023. The street and interchange will remain open to traffic with ramp closures expected. 41st Street currently carries 30,000 vehicles per day. The city is widening to 6 lanes with a center median from Marion Road to Shirley Avenue in anticipation of the volumes growing closer to 40,000 vehicles per day with future development. As we continue to go west on 41st Street and then north on North Marion Road, the Lake Lorraine addition, which is located just east of South Marion Road and south of West 26th Street. Lake Lorraine continues to be one of the hottest retail and office developments in Sioux Falls. This development has amazing amenities like trails around the lake, pedestrian connections to each business, and future recreation areas planned. Recent announcements have been the start of construction of the 19,000 square foot state-of-the-art Dave & Buster's with the anticipation of opening late 2020, and the $7.5 million 117-room full-service Hyatt Hotel with a planned opening of the summer of 2020. Future expansion of the Lake Lorraine includes additional hotels, restaurants, office, and retail options. As we continue to head west on 26th Street over to the Ellis Road, it was completed in 2019. The street used to be a 2-lane county highway with no pedestrian access and now is a 4-lane with a median section and pedestrian side pass. This has been a key addition to our street network on the west side of Sioux Falls. With the expansion of Ellis Road, additional residential development is expected. One of those subdivisions is the Windmill Ridge Addition. This is a 40-acre residential subdivision at the southwest corner of West 12th Street and South Ellis Road. It will include single-family, villas, twin homes, townhomes, and apartment options. Lots are anticipated to be ready for development in the summer of 2020. As we continue north on Marion Road, we come upon Jefferson High School, the newest addition to the Sioux Falls School District. This is located east of North Marion Road, south of West Maple Street. This 327,000 square foot building will be constructed at a cost of $68 million and is scheduled to open in the fall of 2021. Amenities in this high school include a gymnasium, wrestling room, performing arts center, and cafeteria. Along with this school, there will be some improvements to North Marion Road. The current Marion Road carries about 5,000 vehicles per day. This street will be widened to a 4-lane with a center median facility in preparation for the new high school and its expected traffic. The corridor is completely closed to traffic and will be open by November 2020. As we continue to go on Marion Road across Interstate 90, we come upon the large industrial development called Foundation Park. This continues to be one of our major industrial areas in Sioux Falls, with 117 acres that has access to railroad and boasts South Dakota's first megasite with up to 390 acres for one specific user. Current tenants include Winchill, Dakota Carriers, and Nordica Warehouse, already open or under construction at the park. Additional prospects should be coming online within the next few years that will truly make this South Dakota's premier large industrial park. As we head south on Interstate 29 and get off at the West Benson Road exit, we come upon Fleet Farm. This new 185,000 square foot retail building includes retail products for hunting, fishing, outdoor products, auto parts, farm and pet supplies, home improvement, and household goods. This area also boasts Great Shots, which is a $12 million, 54,000 square foot 3-story golf entertainment facility that has interactive driving range with a total of 60 lanes between the 3 stories. As we continue to head south down Westport Avenue and go east on Russell, we come upon the Denny Sanford Premier Center campus. Businesses in this area include Buffalo Wild Wings, Crooked Pine Ale House, several hotels, and the newly transformed Badlands Pawn Shop into the Military Alliance Center. This center consolidates a significant amount of our military organizations under one roof. Over the next couple of years, this campus will continue to evolve with more entertainment options. As we continue to head east on Russell Street to the intersection of Minnesota Avenue improvements are planned. The plan is to remove on-street parking and narrow up the street section where possible. This will allow greater separation between pedestrians and the street traffic. The first segment of Minnesota Avenue from Russell Street to 2nd Street is planned to be constructed in the next coming years. If you need additional information on any development projects or road projects happening within our city, please contact our office at 367-8888 or go over to SiouxFalls.org for additional information.